I fixed my resume over the course of 30 days, 30 frantic days of making a bunch of tweaks to my resume, and I ended up getting offers from Amazon and Google. These were new grad software engineering offers. And the way I did it was I actually ended up lying on my resume. And I know that sounds bad, but I'm going to explain what that means in just a moment. What you're doing right now is you're probably just spamming applications on this classic Simplify repo for new grad software engineering jobs. And let's be real, it's not working. But after you make the changes that I go over in this video, your resume is going to be 10 times better and you will get more interviews. I can promise you that. These are the same strategies, the same resume tips that got me into Amazon and Google. Okay, so the way I'm going to structure this is that there are three big changes that you need to make to your resume. Let's get into number one. It has to do with the actual titles on your resume. So I review hundreds and hundreds of software engineering resumes every single week, and I see so many mistakes with people's titles. People put full stack developer, back-end developer, research intern, IT intern, all these random titles on their resume, and that's why you're not getting more interviews. You need to just lie. This is the lying part. You need to just lie and change all your titles to software engineer, even if that was not your official title. Nobody is going to actually verify your exact title. And there are two reasons why changing all your titles to software engineer will get you more interviews. The first is ATS. So ATS is actually real. Companies do use various filters and scans to look for certain keywords on your resume. And if you're applying for software engineering jobs, the ATS actually looks for software engineer as a title on your resume in your previous work experience. And so if you put the title as full stack developer, then the stupid ATS is going to think you don't have experience as a software engineer, which I know sounds ridiculous, but this is the kind of stuff that actually matters. Like if you've been applying to hundreds of roles, still not getting interviews, it's probably some small thing on your resume or a few small things that just need to be fixed, and that's what's holding you back from getting interviews. And the second reason why it helps to just have all your titles as software engineer is recruiters actually prefer that. So I've spoken to recruiters at Amazon and Google, and they've straight up told me that they actually prefer it when someone has all the same titles for their work experience. And the reason that they prefer that is because it shows this clean, cohesive narrative with all your work experience. And it just makes you seem so much more put together, right? Recruiters have actually told me before that it makes you kind of seem all over the place if you have all these different titles, which I know sounds dumb because full stack developer, back-end engineer, it's all under the umbrella of software engineering, right? So you would think it doesn't matter, but recruiters actually care about this. They want you to see software engineer for all the titles on your resume. And so that's kind of like the thumbnail of this video where I was like, I lied on my resume. That's not actually clickbait. You should genuinely lie about the titles on your resume as long as it's not too much of a stretch. Full stack developer, back-end engineer, cloud engineer, research internship, forget that. Just change everything to software engineer. No one's going to verify those titles, and it will get you more interviews. And a lot of other YouTubers are afraid to say that, but I'm always just going to keep it real with you and just give you the advice that you need to hear. All right, the second thing, and actually there's going to be three things in total. So the second thing you need to do on your resume also is going to involve a little bit of fabrication or embellishment. But don't worry, it's not going to be anything crazy. And it has to do with your actual bullet points on your resume. The straight up meat, the straight up bread and butter of your resume. And so you need to have metrics, percentages, numbers in every single bullet point of your resume. You've probably heard this advice before, let's be real. But you probably don't have it in every single bullet point of your resume. Those metrics and percentages and numbers. You probably have it in a few of them, but you probably don't have it in every single bullet point of your resume. And you need to have it in every single bullet point. But a lot of new grads, a lot of CS majors that I talk to, they're kind of afraid to put these metrics on their resume because they're like, oh, what if I get asked about it in an interview and then I can't defend it? And I get it. I totally get that. It's a natural fear to have. But the truth is, everyone just kind of ballparks these metrics on their resume. You don't have to actually know what your exact numeric impact was in your previous work experience. Like the exact amount that you improved accuracy by or improved system throughput by. This is what I mean by lying on your resume. It's totally okay to just ballpark it, give a rough estimate, and put that on your resume. Again, Somewhat controversial, I know, but these are the genuine strategies that got me into Amazon and Google, and this is the kind of stuff that other people just don't tell you. It's completely fine to just ballpark a rough estimate of your impact and slap a percentage on your resume. Again, don't completely pull it out of your ass. Make sure it's like an educated guess. Make sure it's fairly reasonable. Make sure that just in case you get asked about it in an interview, you could reasonably defend it. But after that, you got to just kind of push through the fear, bite the bullet, and just put as many percentages on your resume as possible and hope for the best. And I promise you will actually get more interviews once you do that. So number one, fix your titles. Number two, put those metrics in every single bullet point of your resume. And number three, all right, this is the big one. The keyword section, the technical skills section of your resume. A lot of people are also afraid to talk about this because they're on this like moral high horse. But it's totally fine to just fluff up your skills section of your resume with keywords. Like a lot of people are afraid to admit that they do this because they think it's like controversial and they're on this like moral high horse where they're like, I would never do that. It's like immoral to do that because that's lying. Yeah, whatever, dude. Let's be real. Everyone does this. Everyone adds like tools, programming languages, frameworks to their resume that they're not that familiar with. I'm not going to hide anything from you here. Everyone literally does that. And so companies, whether we like it or not, they do use various scanning algorithms to check for certain keywords on your resume. And so you need to have as many on there as possible to get past these scans. And recruiters are going to check to see certain tools and technologies on your resume as well. So you really need to just put as many as you can in that third section of your resume, the bottom section over there. Now, before people like start getting pissed at me in the comments saying that this guy's promoting lying, it's bad integrity, whatever, let me give you a caveat. Let me give you a disclaimer. If you've like never even heard of a technology before, do not add it to your resume. I'm not endorsing that. I'm not saying to do that. What I'm saying is if you just know the basics, like the very basics of some kind of tool or technology, just throw it on your resume. That's enough. Obviously, make sure you at least know the very basics before you add it to your resume. But a lot of people are afraid to like basically put these skills on their resume because they like think, oh, what if I get asked about it in an interview? What if they like ask me to show that I actually understand it? What if they ask me questions about it? But you don't need to worry about that right now. What you need to focus on right now is just getting some more interviews, and then you can worry about the other stuff later. Just focus on getting some more interviews right now, and then once you do get some interviews, then you can like kind of cram everything on your resume and really study it and make sure that you're totally rock solid in case you get asked about anything on there. But before you even get any interviews, your number one priority just needs to be getting more interviews. And that means, embellishing a little bit of stuff on your resume. It's totally fine. Everyone does it. So just to recap, number one, fix your titles. Number two, the quantitative impact. And number three, the technical skills section of your resume. This is so crucial. This is the stuff that literally got me into Amazon and Google. And if you want one-on-one mentorship from an entire team of current FANG engineers, we will work with you throughout this entire job application process. And we actually guarantee that you'll get a full-time offer, ideally in big tech, by the end of our mentorship program. And if you don't, you get a full refund. Again, we literally guarantee that you get an offer, and if you don't, you get a full refund. So if that sounds interesting to you, click that link below. You can book a call to speak directly with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this mentorship program. Again, you'd be working directly with me. I've gotten into Amazon and Google, as well as all of my teammates who have all gotten into FANG. Again, click that link below, book a call to speak with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this. And if you're looking for some more videos to watch where I go over, do referrals actually matter? How do you reach out to recruiters? How do you prepare for interviews? YouTube's going to put some more videos on the screen over here. Go ahead and check those out, and I will see you soon.